smokes. I turned the volume off. Hey everyone, how's it going?
Hey, Susan. Hey, Shauna.
Hi Susan. Hi Shawana. How are you? Get myself set up here. Sorry about this, guys. Where's my
It's
straightener?
okay.
Where is my straightener?
It's okay.
It is missing. Oh, there it is. So, how's everyone doing today? Today is hump day. Yay. Wish it was Friday.
I don't.
Why? Oh, do you have to work on the weekend?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Today's video.
Sorry.
Today, tomorrow. And then I have to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Ugh, God, I hate working on the weekends before. So I used to do hair when I was in my 20s and into my early 30s, but yeah, I hated working the weekends.
What?
I used to do hair, believe it or not.
You're a hairdresser?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
But I ended up getting severe carpal tunnel, so that pretty much ended that career.
Mm-hmm.
Although I have to say I wasn't overly disappointed with it because I was getting really burned out. But yeah, I did hair for 14 years.
Wow.
And my specialty was long hair. I love doing long hair perms and colors. And yeah, after a while, my hands just said, you know what, lady, you've had enough of this. And I used to compete in fantasy designs.
Does anybody get perms anymore? That is a question.
You know what, perms have gotten out of style, I think.
Yeah, but I think the older women still, if you have older clients,
I think
they still do.
Hi, Ed.
Well, that's going.
Hi, Linda. Oops. I just rubbed something off. Oh, crap.
Alyssa is going through for esthetician, but she might go back for 10 year nursing.
Oh, yeah?
She doesn't know. Mm-hmm.
That was one thing I didn't enjoy doing at all.
Didn't enjoy it?
No. That isn't that the part where they did like waxings and like skin stuff?
Oh yeah, esthetician is her nails, feet, waxing,
Yeah,
massage,
yeah.
facial,
No.
makeup.
When you get your
That's her
cosmetic license, you have to do that. And I'm like, I don't want to touch anyone's stinky, smelly, ugly feet. That was a big thing for me. I was afraid to touch people's, I mean, especially some of the toes I saw. It's like, oh, hell no. No.
Yeah, that's what Alyssa's doing.
Oh, that poor thing. But you know what? There's money to be made doing that. So
Yeah.
if you're good, you can make pretty good money doing it. I used to do acrylic nails, but yeah, the smell was far worse than doing a perm. And man, I have some stories I can tell you guys about some of the experiences I've had with people coming in thinking that they can get a haircut or a perm with head lice. Yuck.
I don't want to talk about that because it'll make me itchy.
Doesn't that just make your skin crawl? It's like, Wah!
Because my daughter used to catch it, Sarah, when she was younger in school. Oh my God. So many times I had to get rid of that. Oh my God. It drove me absolutely bonkers. Alyssa never once.
Yeah.
But in Sarah's generation, oh my God.
I was lucky my boys never got it. But then I kept their hair really short. But oh man, I'm telling you, I've got some stories.
Well, every time me and her hear that, we get the EBGBs
Oh
because of
yeah,
it.
my um my well, she's not mine, but she's the receptionist for where I work, and her kids. Her daughter actually has really thick long hair, and she ended up getting it. And I'm like, oh, stay away, stay away. And then we had to watch her desk because she had to go home and take care of the problem. And I'm like, I'm not sitting in that chair. You can't pay me enough to sit in that chair. And then I must have sanitized her phone like 8 times because I'm like, no. It is a bugger to get rid of once you have it.
Yep, it is.
Sorry, just turned off my butt pad. All right. So, what is everyone working on? Inquiring minds want to know. Turn my butt pad.
I'm doing good. It was they did a lot of diamond painting and made a big salad. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Do you want to know what kind of salad she made?
what did she make for
Do you
dinner?
try? She made a bologna pickled salad. She loves this stuff. I don't know. She says it's delicious, but I don't know. And she's like, please, you eat octopus.
Oh,
But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I made for dinner? I made a roast with roast potatoes
ooh,
and carrots.
that sounds good.
Yeah, that's what I made for dinner. In my new oven. Because we went to London because Clem got his new phone, which I call an iPad or a tablet because it's huge. It's one of
Right.
those ones that open up. They flip
Yeah.
open. But it flips open like it almost looks like a mini tablet. Anyways, he had to get this phone, whatever. So he had to follow me to London for it. So when we were going to London, I looked at the time. I'm like, oh, it's 1 o'clock already, and I haven't even put the roast in the slow cooker, so I had to make it in the oven. It turned out good.
Yeah. My meal consisted of taking it out of the freezer, lifting up the plastic sheet, and sticking it in the microwave for 4 minutes.
Oh, what was it? Was it a
It
Hungry?
chicken, mashed potatoes, and some vegetables.
I like the turkey ones like that the best.
Yeah.
And the ones that are like, oh, what do you call it? Salisbury steak? I like those ones
Oh
too.
yeah. That's my tomorrow dinner.
That's my
Oh
favorite part.
geez.
You guys live on TV dinners of the week?
No, I'm my husband is, and I'm on a special food program to try to lose weight. So I get very small portions. But you know what? I think I'm adapting to it now. But I think that's the reason why my blood sugar crashed today is because I took my medication without eating. And
Yeah, you gotta eat when you take it.
oh, I'm telling you, I felt like somebody just ran me over. And every time I got up, I got really dizzy, and I almost literally crashed on my face at one point. But what was that?
I've never had it go that low.
Oh, I when I checked my blood sugar, I was shocked. I was like, wow, that's I think the lowest I've ever seen it. And I didn't have the shakes, but as soon as I got up, it was like I was going to pass out. Everything started spinning, and I thought, oh, this isn't good. But maybe cutting the right spot, yeah. Um, Edna, I remember sitting for hours in the 80s getting a spiral perm. That is what I specialized in, was long hair spiral perms. And those perms would take me 4 hours. It would take me 2 hours to wrap it, in between all of the different rinsing and then the chemicals and all that other stuff. So it took around 4 hours for me to complete somebody that had hair at least halfway down the back. And I didn't use what they call their rings. Now I can't remember the names of them, but they used to be these gigantic rings that you would wrap the hair around, and then you connected them. I didn't use those. I actually used regular perm rods, and I would spin them one direction, and then the other one I'd spin the other direction, so it would give that natural bouncy curl. And I had a lot of customers that came into me for that reason. But I'll tell you what, it did a number on my hands. I mean, it was bad. I was literally at one point dropping hair color on the floor, dropping. I dropped my blow dryer a couple of times and survived it, or surprised that it survived. At that point, that's when I knew something was wrong, and I ended up having carpal tunnel surgery, and that pretty much ended my hairstyling career. Working on Tiger Family. Susan, are you finished with tigers yet?
No, she's not. They're ganging up on me the other day on Facebook.
How's my sis doing?
They're ganging up on me on Facebook the other day.
What was that?
They're all ganging up on me on Facebook the other day.
Who hung up on you on Facebook?
They're ganging up on me.
Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. Sis is mad about something. Susan's on her very last section, and I will be done. Excellent. Excellent. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. Mine's done. I've been done for about since the day before Labor Day is when I finally got finished. So now I'm working on tropical Hawaii. Oh, it's Berta's birthday. Is Berta here?
No, she's probably in Crashly's life.
Oh, well, if anyone sees Berta, say hello. That's about how long it took. My dad took me to the salon in the mall, and he threatened to leave me there when he realized how long it was going to take. Yeah, the spiral perms took a long time. A long time. There are days where I think about going back into doing hair, but then I remember the days where my feet ached and my legs were swollen, and I thought, nah, I'll stick with my office job now. All right, so hold it.
This cup's driving me nuts. I gotta go get it. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Susan, how are those crystals working out for your painting? Sis, I know what you're mad about, and I completely understand. Believe me, I'm there with you on that. At least I think I know what you're mad about. So, how is everyone else doing? So we have 7 people in the room. Linda says, I can't do perms, frizzes my hair. I get that. But see, I ended up after having my kids, my hair ended up turning naturally curly. So unfortunately, if I get a perm, and it doesn't matter how big the rods are, I end up with an afro. You
We
like
have a
that?
special
Great.
we have a special guest today.
Oh, who is that?
This is Toby.
Aw, another Toby.
A dash hound.
Aw, what a cutie. My sister's dog's named Toby.
He drives me nuts because he's just a puppy and all he wants to do is cry when Sarah's not around.
Aw. Yeah,
Ow, that's my boob, Toby. That's my boob.
yeah, my sister's name is our sister's name. My sister's dog is named Toby or Tobias, or depending on if he's in trouble or not. Um, he was one of my puppies I sent off to her,
Oh yeah.
and his
What?
his puppy name was Snoopy, but she changed it.
You're
She didn't like
fine.
Snoopy. Um,
You're fine.
a wiener dog. Is that what it is? A wiener dog?
Yeah, he's a wiener dog. Yeah.
Aw,
He's a dash
yeah,
hound or whatever they call him.
a
Miniature,
dachshund.
maybe. He's small.
Is he really small?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's small.
So how is the
No,
weather
rough.
out in guys' direction?
The what?
How's your weather out there?
It was storming like this morning,
Yeah.
but not now.
Well, if the weather's heading your direction, be prepared. It's going to be nice and windy tomorrow for you.
Oh, why was it windy there?
We had the wind storm from hell yesterday. It was really windy, and today was not windy, but it was overcasted and it kind of sprinkled here and there. Very humid today. So, are you guys humid over there?
No, it wasn't very humid today. No,
Because it was actually.
it was warm. It was raining, and I wore jeans and a shirt to the store
Mhm.
because when he was getting his phone, I did my groceries because it was at the mobile shop inside, Loblaws.
Yeah.
Because we get so many points, so we had points for free groceries. So, but Loblaws is so expensive. Oh my gosh!
Really?
We were watching the news the other day. We were watching the news the other day, and they said that groceries is going to go up by 15% or 12% or something like that.
Oh,
And I'm
jeez.
thinking to myself, why did it go up already? Because like 6 muffins there is $6.99
Mm-hmm.
for 6 muffins, which I could usually get at No Frills or at Food Basics for like $3.99, $4.99.
Yeah.
And then like boxes of like processed food, like wings and stuff like that were 15 something a box.
Holy crap.
I know. I'm like, what the heck is up with these prices? I'm like,
Well,
get me out of the store. I spent
everything is.
$130 on basically nothing. Stop! You can't go anywhere because you're just gonna cry.
Yeah, prices out here, they seem to have stabilized a bit, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me why all these prices are starting to go up. Anytime now, the gas prices can go down.
Well, it went down a bit here, but now the groceries have gone up. I don't get it.
Well, the price of gas here has pretty much stayed the same for about 3 weeks. So I'm hoping it'll start going down because it's getting to the point where it's too expensive to drive to work. And you guys can't
Well, it only takes me like 5 minutes to get to work, not even.
That takes me 30.
It takes me a little bit longer than that. I gotta go to Timmy's, you know.
Yeah, my sister's saying price is just corporate greed. Kind of wondering that myself.
I think it's because, you know, the C word
Yeah,
made everything go up. It said restaurants too. Restaurants are going up too again. Pretty soon you won't be able to go afford to go out for dinner. Because
yeah,
right now they're ridiculous.
it's getting really expensive just to go out and have, like, even if you go to fast food, you're paying close to what, $12-15 for a regular,
Yeah.
lunch meal or something like that. It's crazy.
You're driving me nuts. You're driving me nuts.
I thought pizza was expensive. Holy smokes.
Don't even start. You have no reason to cry. No. Where are you gonna go? You gonna try to fit through that hole? It ain't gonna happen. I know you're tiny. He just wants to go scratch Sarah. He's like, oh, it's Sarah. Go ahead.
So, those of you that are Canadian, are you getting ready for Thanksgiving? I know that's a few weeks away, but what are your plans for Thanksgiving? My plans are basically stay home and diamond paint. I mean, I don't think we're doing anything, so
Do you want to know what mine are?
what are you going to do?
Work.
Seriously?
I have to work Thanksgiving.
Oh
I
my,
have the Monday off, but well, it was my schedule off anyways.
yeah.
But yeah, I have to work all of Thanksgiving.
Are you
And like,
did your
I was gonna cry up there.
holidays?
What?
Does your company close for
They give me. Well, they close the holiday day, so
Oh, okay.
Thanksgiving Monday will be closed, but the whole weekend.
Ugh.
So like, because we work continental, so we have to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the other rotation, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Plus, they get the Monday because it's a holiday. So they they get a killer 4-day weekend. I have
Yeah,
to work all weekend and have the Monday off, and then go back
right.
Wednesday, Thursday, and then I have the following week off. So next week, I'm not sure what day we're gonna go on, but I do have a special guest that I'm gonna have on my channel, so we have to do it on a different day than Tuesday because that's the day I'm having her on.
Uh-huh. Who's the special guest?
It's a surprise.
Okay. I won't ask.
You'll have to wait and see.
I'll have to wait and see. Oh,
She's a YouTuber. It's a girl. That's
it's a
all
girl.
I'm saying.
Okay. Well, that pretty much narrowed it down to, oh my gosh.
Well, like Elizabeth was probably down for Thanksgiving. After like the week after Thanksgiving, she has a week off for school.
Yeah.
And then it was going to be hard for me to go get her because she'd have to miss Friday because I have to work Friday. So she might stay up there for Thanksgiving weekend and then come down and be with us the week that she has off, and then I'll bring her back.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're doing there, but because like Clem's like, well, we'll put the turkey in when we or get the turkey ready for when we go to work on Sunday, and Sarah can tend to it all Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know now. Doing so
Yeah, I
that's
don't
our
really.
crazy life of shift work. You know.
Yeah, I really don't know what the plan is for Rick's family as far as Thanksgiving. I was thinking about surprising my family and trying to get up to the States for Thanksgiving there. But yeah, when I saw the prices of airline tickets, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that. Too expensive.
So then,
So that will just
even if you
wait.
even if you get them last minute,
Yeah, I checked every airline I could find and that flies out of Winnipeg, and the ticket would cost me over $1,000 round trip. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'd love to though, but just, yeah, it'll have to wait. I haven't been home
okay.
for 3 years.
Susan, your tray is in the mail.
Really?
Janae, you have a package in the mail as well. The only problem is, where is it now? I can't find it. Oh, I found this on the floor, and I don't know if it belongs to one of them or not, or if this is an extra one. So if one of you guys are missing this part, you're gonna have to tell me, and I'll send it.
Okay.
The girl was complaining about postage, and I'm like, you're the one who said you paid it.
Oh no. Yeah, postage is not cheap anymore.
No.
That I have learned myself. So
Oh my
have you
gosh, how did
ever
we get picked up? Go ahead.
have you ever experienced have my tray stuck to the there? When you get into your car or let's say in anything that you can't reach like your foot or something that has this incredible itch that you can't get to. Have you ever had that happen?
Oh yeah, of course.
That happened to me on the way home today. I was driving home, I was on the highway, and all of a sudden my foot decided to, oh, I'm telling you, all I could think of is I can either pull over or ignore it. I tried to ignore it for a while, and I'm pretty sure the guy behind me was thinking, this woman is crazy because she's speeding up and slowing down because I was trying to scratch it. So I'd pick up some speed and then take my foot off the accelerator and try to scratch it. It just never went away. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be hell. And
Billy's in the house.
it didn't stop itching until I got home. I'm like, this is crazy. And it takes me 35 to 40 minutes to drive home. So that was very annoying, to say the
You
least.
know what? You know what's annoying too. Have you ever got a loose hair that ended up in your underwear and it tickles your bum?
Oh, yes.
That is
And
annoying as hell. And you just want to itch your bum, but you don't want to pull it.
yes, I've had that
Yeah,
happen.
me too.
And you can't get the damn hair out. It's like,
No,
where
and
is it?
you don't want to reach into your get to try to
Is
pull
that
the
the
hair.
truth? Oh my God. Hilarious. Oh my gosh. Billy, have you finished the tigers? Oh, hi Billy, how are you? I should show everyone what my tigers look like, but it's upstairs and it would take me a few minutes to bring it down. But I tell you what, it was amazing to do. I loved it.
Oh, you're over by the hammock.
Yeah, I'm over by the hammock right now. I'm doing really good, Billy. Thank you. You're not finished yet with tigers. I can't wait to see your guys' finishes because I love the way tigers turned out. I just really love the way it turned out. I was really shocked to see that the hidden images actually do show up. Not all of them, but the majority of them do. So I was really happy with that. Now it's this one.
Yeah. Berta's working on the tigers as well.
After this
A lot
one,
of
I will get this one done before the new releases come out, or come here. Keeping my fingers crossed because if the new releases do come, this one is going to be put off to the side until later because I do plan on doing one of those first. I want to do puppies and butterflies. Is what I want to do.
puppies and butterflies.
Yeah, they're that.
It sounds happy.
It is.
Except for if it was the puppy that I have crying outside the door.
Oh no. Well, at least you can't hear them.
You can't hear them.
No, I can't.
Good thing.
Oh yeah,
I
now
can hear them really.
I can hear them now.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious at the end of your video when Flo started yapping. And you're like, Flo says it's time to go. And you can hear
Darn bird.
going at it. I was like, oh my God. Oh, but you
covered
did.
right now.
I know it's really bad because it's like I was thinking about telling my husband, I think it's time for us to go down to the States and go shopping, but I already know what his answer is going to be, so I don't bother asking. No. Yeah, well, yeah, and unfortunately, the only time I can go to Hobby Lobby is when we go down to North Dakota. But
I thought it was really funny that the Canadian crossing guard went to the lady. And
yeah,
sometimes the ladies are bitches, okay? I'm not gonna lie. But sometimes the ladies are meaner than the men when you're trying to get back over. And then I said, Clem's like, oh, she went to the craft store. And then she's like, what craft store? She's like, and he goes, Hobby Lobby. And we spent $57. And she's like, you only spent $57 at Hobby Lobby?
yeah.
What are you thinking, girl? And I'm like, I know. I wanted to spend more.
Yeah. See,
But
that's
I
why
know.
it wouldn't be just Hobby Lobby. I would be hitting Hobby Lobby and be hit Harbor Freight, which reminds me, sis, you're going to need to pick up some Harbor Freights for me before you go to Mexico.
We'll bring with her to Mexico.
Yeah,
When
she's
you
going to be there in February.
February?
Yeah. Look, me and Rick are going in January, and they'll be meeting us in February. So
I'm using lockables right now, Susan. 'Cause that's what Clown has kitted up with. Susan says I'm not allowed to play with lockables.
I have one of those, the lockables.
Yeah, I have two. This is the only set I have. They're
I
actually good if I remember not to shut the lid, because I shut the lid and then I forget what color I was on.
Yeah, I don't
That's my
shut the lid when
problem.
I'm working because, again, yeah, exactly. You lose track of what color you're on.
And then I'm like, oh no, no, Lizzie, you're not allowed to play with them. I know, but I have to because everybody's got kitted up. I know. He's trusting me with his pride and here.
Ah,
Because you know what it is. He thinks I'm going to get further along than him. I probably have already. Gotten quite a bit more. Like, I started over here. So you can't see where my hand is over here. Since I haven't been working on, I actually stopped working on it today, and I was working on one of the snack sizes, and I was going to do a whip and chat, and then Flo decided she wanted to have a singing spurt.
oh
So
no.
that whip and chat. Maybe if I'm not too tired after this live, I might do a whip and chat. Because right now she thinks it's nighttime.
Yeah,
Well, it is nighttime. And she's being quiet.
she is being quiet. I
For
would
some
say.
reason, I've been sleeping in on my days off, but that's not normal for me.
No,
But I have been lately.
I don't remember. Well, I sleep in on the weekends, but that's because I stay up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Susan, what do you mean all the mistakes I'm making on this painting? I haven't made any mistakes. I'm aware of.
And he got pretty far on it, though, didn't he?
Oh yeah, quite a bit. He's done quite a bit. And you know what? I don't mind following him because he's very neat at putting down his gems.
Good.
Because he only single places majority of the time. So he's very neat at it. So I don't mind. Like one time Melissa, my daughter, thought, oh, she's gonna start this hobby with me when we first started. Oh my gosh, hers was so terrible. I had to fix it all.
Oh no.
I had another friend too that she wanted me to finish this custom for her because she just couldn't do it. And it was a right disaster. Oh my gosh. The amount of work I had to put on that canvas. Yeah.
Well, me and Rick,
It's
I don't
really
know if you ever saw this video that me and Rick did. It was when I first started YouTube, and it was called the Do's and Don'ts of Diamond, or the Do's and Don'ts unboxing a diamond painting. Oh my god, it was so funny. Rick would never do this. He would never have the patience. He was flinging things around. I'm like, oh god. But it was fun. It was
Well, your husband, that would have been, you have it on your channel?
yeah, it's on my channel and it's called Do's and Don'ts
Oh, then
unboxing
what?
a diamond painting. And the first part of the video was me doing an unboxing, and then Rick's the last part of the video, and I'm telling you, oh, it's hilarious. He literally has a cigarette hanging out of his mouth the entire time. And I'm like, I'm narrating that part when he's doing all the unboxing, and it's quite hilarious.
Oh my
If you
goodness,
haven't
that
seen
would
it,
have
you
been
have to see it.
funny
You're
to
going to think
watch.
it's
I'll
that
have to
far.
look for it.
All right. These girls are so scattered.
I don't know how to take things. You know how people say, I'll put the tab in the corner. I don't know how to do that. I haven't worked.
Oh, the
Isn't that terrible?
so you can click on it and go to that particular video.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
have no idea how to do that.
I've done it a couple of times, but you have to be able to know where you're when you're doing that in the video. You have to be able to kind of log it into that, and it's really not easy.
Susan has no trust and faith in me at all. Hell, Susan.
Oh my God, Susan, you cracking me up. You crack me up, girl.
So, the other day, okay, I said on the last slide we're on or something, I said I will put up the shout outs.
Yeah.
Well, it was Tuesday and I was hot, and they usually put them up on Monday. And someone posted their picture and like, well, I'm just gonna post it here because Liz hasn't put up shout outs like she said she was going to. And then I think it was Berta or something says, yeah, typical Liz. And then Susan said, oh, Liz, you're fired. And then they're all saying I was fired. Like, rude.
Aw.
Rude. I'm like, it's up now, smarty pantses.
Yeah, I saw your notice for the shout outs, and I thought, oh, do we post stuff here?
Yeah, you post that number. I give you a number. Oh, please, have you not met yourself with those lockables, Lizzie? Um,
Oh my God.
well, I don't know, Susan. I haven't been allowed to use them in a while. Maybe I have improved.
Hi, Berta. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear Berta.
Blue. We're
Happy
doing it
birthday
in
to
a
you.
cappella. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's Berta's birthday today. She's 25 today.
Every time I see Berta, I think Seahawks.
Yeah.
I see those the two hearts that she puts up, and I'm like, Seahawks, yes. Oh my! And I couldn't believe that the Seahawks actually beat the Denver Broncos. It's like, I know some people that are probably going today.
Was that the game that she was at? I think she won a game not too long ago.
Do I even need
It's
this?
a game.
Okay, I do need a few of them.
What is
Bert,
it?
it's your birthday. You can cry if you want to. Right, because I was at the game. Oh, were you? Oh, you lucky person,
Yeah,
you.
she
Oh,
was at the game.
oh,
I know she went to a game because I saw the picture on Facebook. I don't understand you guys singing that sport, but whatever. You Americans
Tammy's
in
putting
your
up her
football.
Seahawks colors too.
You Americans in your football, I don't get it.
Woo-hoo. You know what? I haven't started watching the NFL because the CFL still going, but somebody told me at work that Seattle actually beat Denver by 1 point. But hey, it's a win. If you can get it, you can get it. But yeah, I was shocked that Seattle beat Denver. But
Why are they that?
well, the quarterback for Denver is Russell Wilson, who used to be the quarterback for Seattle. So it was Seattle's first time playing against Denver against their old quarterback. So it was quite interesting that they were able to win Denver with their old quarterback on the other side of the field. Berta says it was an awesome game. Oh my gosh.
That is awesome. Why?
Oh, where now I know I have more sixes here. Yeah. But the Bombers lost this week, and I was not happy with that. So Hamilton beat the Bombers last week.
I don't know. If that's Canadian football, I don't even know because I don't follow it either.
Yeah.
My sister Helen probably does, but not me.
Yeah, it was.
I don't even follow hockey. I used to love the Toronto
I don't
Maple Leafs.
understand it.
You know why I started liking the Toronto Maple Leafs? I'm going to tell you. Because high school, my crush on loved the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
So then I got really into them because he liked them, and I wanted some interest conversation happening.
Uh-huh.
And then after that love interest ended, I didn't care about hockey anymore.
So I used the t-shirt. I don't want that anymore.
He wasn't even my boyfriend. I just liked him.
Um, post your ribs on Lizzie's Facebook page. Shout out for a chance to what's the prize?
Oh, at the end of December,
Yeah.
I'll draw with me and I'll get a $50 gift card to Capture Berry.
Ooh. I guess I don't
The
qualify.
first half, the first half was Tia saying, this half I'm doing you.
Oh
I
my
do
gosh.
2 draws a year. I do one in June and one in December.
Yeah.
So $100 a year for shout outs. That's what I do.
That will be fun.
Last time I said Dark Club, but you know what? I get really ripped off on Diamond Art, so I said no, not no more.
Yeah. I remember you talking about that, and I was like, dang. That can be kind of pricey if they're not working. Which reminds me, Linda, I got your card and I got to email that to you if you're still here. All right, so this one now.
Anyways, it doesn't have to be entertaining. It could be cross stitch, knitting, sewing. I don't care what your whip is. Whatever you're working on.
Okay.
You know what I was thinking about getting into?
What's that?
And some of you guys can give me what you think. I was thinking about getting into junk journaling.
You know, when you were talking about journaling, I thought about that too. I've seen videos of it. It looks interesting. I wouldn't even know where to begin though.
Yeah, that's what's holding me back.
I
Because I
some
have
people are
no idea. Like you need to make it look junky and stuff, and I'm like, well, I don't know what have anything to make it look like anything.
yeah. And
I
then what
just
do you
saw a
do with it
cartoon.
afterwards? That's
What?
my question.
What do you do with what?
What do you do with these junk journals afterwards?
Well, they're just there to monitor, I guess.
They take up space. Space that I could put a diamond painting in.
Yeah. I'm not I'm gonna do a whole bunch. I just wanted to try doing one
Yeah. It would be kind
and
of
see
fun
if
though.
I
They
like.
do look interesting. You can make a junk journal for storing drills.
I think, oh my gosh, that's, well, I was thinking, okay, this is what I was thinking, like, Stitchery is doing one of her stitches, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about every time I start a new project, right, a diamond painting project, I do a
Mhm.
page for that diamond painting project, and I would put, like, maybe, like the picture in the junk journal of the canvas, and then maybe I'll drill out each color and stick it on the page.
Yeah.
Maybe like do a legend in the journal too.
Yeah.
That way, if I ever lose the legends or cut off the size of the canvas, I'll have somewhere to look back at.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
To, I was thinking that today, but like I have visions in my head, but no supplies to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. I have that type of problem every day, especially at work. Lately, I just go to work and I'm like, I'm sitting there looking at my computer going, do I really want to be here? I want to retire.
I like to see your blanket that you're crocheting,
What was that?
Linda. Linda's crocheting a blanket.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should go grab something because I have something that I'm working on that I plan on once it's done. And that's, of course, if she wants it. I have something for Berta. We have to go upstairs and get it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I haven't showed you yet, have I? Let's see. Well, just a second, okay? I'm going to be right back. I'm going to turn off my light pad because you won't be able to see with the light pad on, unfortunately. But I will be back in a flash. That's of course if I don't trip on everything trying to get upstairs.
Guess it's just me and you guys now. Party! It's party time on Janae's channel. What can we stir up now? Uh, I'm doing really good, Susan, on these lockables. You'd be proud of me right now. Just saying. Just saying. Very, very proud of me. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty, and I hate it when I'm this little bit here, a little bit there, blah blah blah. This takes me the longest, I think. The ones that I've missed.
hopefully the light shows up or gives the color up for this. Okay. First of all, this is the skein I'm working with. I don't know if you can see it,
Yeah.
but it's a really pretty
Green and purple.
green, purple, Seahawks colors, kind of. And this is what I'm making. Oops. Hopefully I don't pull out any stitches. Now, I don't know, Berta, if you live in a cold area, but come on.
She's in Alaska.
Oh, that's what I thought. So I thought, well, this will work out really well. Let me just cover that up. They don't want it. So this is the pattern that I'm doing, and it's actually a scarf, but it's going to be a thick scarf. But it's a shell pattern. Ooh, what is that? It's gotta come off. And oh, I don't want to pull on it too much. Cut that off. Some fabric got stuck in there. But this is what it looks like. I made one for my sister for her, I guess, birthday.
Oh, it's pretty.
And so it's not even halfway done yet. Sorry. But this is what it's called, a shell pattern. And it's a really soft, fine yarn, I guess you can call it. I always call them skeins. But I love the color. When I saw it in Michael's, I bought up every one that they had because it reminds me of Seahawks colors. So this is what I'm making. And when I noticed that Berta was a Seahawks fan, that was the first thing I thought of is, oh, I'm going to finish this for Berta. Right?
Oh,
and
she loves it.
I'll pull the dog hairs out, I promise. Because it doesn't seem to fail that my dog's hair ends up with everything. But that is what I'm making right now. And
nice. I wish I was taught and be able to do that stuff, but I don't think I have patience for crocheting.
You know, when I get to the point where I am somewhat burned out doing diamond painting, that's what I grab. It's a crochet hook and some yarn. And I love it, calms me down. My husband says, man, I swear, your hands can't stop moving. It's true. I have to do something. If it's not diamond painting, it's crocheting. If it's not crocheting, it's coloring. So it's one or the other. Hi, Mindy.
Welcome, Mindy.
How are you doing?
Oh, I shut the lid.
Yeah, so Berta, that is something I'm making for you. I hope I hope to be done with it in the next 4 weeks. I will reach out to you and get your address so I can send it out to you.
I shut the lid.
Uh-oh.
Mindy's in the house.
Mindy's here. So how's Mindy doing?
She is a big crocheter, Mindy.
Now I started crocheting when I was in my early 20s, and I really enjoyed it. But when I started getting into my 30s, I stopped doing that. I actually knit too, but I prefer to crochet. I'm not a big knitter. And I also loom knit or loom stitch or whatever they call it. But I'm not a real big fan of that either. You're crocheting. Oh my. Um,
Susan.
yeah,
Shh.
what is Susan saying?
Because I shut the lid, but I remember. I remembered what I was working on.
I posted an Afghan making in YouTube group, Lizzie. Oh,
Was it in my
Linda, I've
I'll
seen your
have to look.
Afghan. It's beautiful. I made a really nice Afghan with the same stitch that I'm doing in this for the scarf, and it was in black and
Oh,
white. It turned out gorgeous, but I gave it to my mother-in-law.
very nice, Linda. I like it.
Yeah, it's a really nice Afghan. I really love it. Okay, I gotta get my crystals on these.
I have to give these guys a number. I'm behind. 13,
All right.
14, 15. Okay, I got enough. I got enough letters, numbers in. Oh, true crime. I almost put a podcast on. Oh, oh.
Forgot what I was doing. Oh, oops.
Question: do you have new diamond paintings coming out? Haha! Mindy wants to know if you have new diamond paintings coming out. You
Yes,
can
Mindy,
answer
I
that question.
have 4 new releases coming out, and I'm hoping that they're going to arrive Friday. I'm not going to hold my breath because logistics have been a nightmare. But apparently they are here in Canada. They're probably going through customs right now. So I'm anxious because we are not only getting the 4 releases, but they're coming in squares and rounds. So I'm really excited about that. For those that like squares, we have square drills now. So I'm really excited with that. And I was going to actually reach out to you, Mindy, and I will do that after the live. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. And so each kit, again, will have the 4 AB drills. We kind of added a few goodies um, to the new or to the toolkit. So we're adding a few things. And I don't know if we could actually call this 3.0 because we have changed the rendering of our images as well as made a few changes with the actual canvas itself. So the
I
canvas
think you
quality.
should call it 3.0.
What was that?
I think you should call it 3.0.
Yeah, I think I might because there's going to be a few changes. The actual quality of the canvas is the same. The
Yeah.
canvas itself is the same, but we've made quite a few changes. So yeah, I'm really excited about the squares, and so I'm hoping they get here on Friday because although I don't have any room in my basement or my craft room, I'm going to have to make room in the storage that we rent. But I'm so excited. I'm just really excited.
So
And
when you order it, do you like order like a whole big skid of them or something?
yeah, so
Like
well,
how do they mail it to you?
actually, the way my manufacturer works is the more you buy, the cheaper they are. Um, the type of canvas that I purchase is not cheap. And obviously, it would be great if I could order 1,000 kits per order, but I can't do that. I'm just too small. Um, so if I order between 1 and 1,000 kits, um, I have to pay a certain amount. But if I order more than 1,000, it actually will drop like 50 cents per kit, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but when you're ordering that many at a time, it adds up. And so
Yeah.
I don't know if or when I get to that point where I can order 1,000 kits at one given time. It would be nice. It's the same thing with the boxes. I would love to have custom boxes. But in order to do that, I have to order 1,000 boxes per image, and yeah, that ain't gonna happen for a while.
Can't you
Unless
do
I
a standard? Couldn't you do a standard box for all images and then just have a sticker on the end of the box?
well, I'm gonna talk to them about that and see if that's possible, because I think they're thinking that they want to like actually print the image on the box, and I'm thinking, why don't we just make a sticker and put the sticker on the box, and it would make it a lot easier. So it's something that we're going to discuss with them, but I didn't do it this round because of all the different changes that we did. And we this may be the last change that we do with the canvases, but then again, I'm always looking to do something different and creative, and we might down the road change a few other things, but right now, um, what you're going to see in this next release is something that we're really excited about, because there's something that we're doing that no other diamond painting store that we know of has done. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You guys are going to have to look it. So, but I'm really excited about it. I missed.
This is what we're working on maybe right now, because
Dog tray. Oh,
I was working on this one. I'm almost done this one, but I had a little of a problem. I had a granddaughter that came and destroyed my drills. 24 colors at that.
Lizzie was doing sunlit. No, you were doing sunrise or
The
sunset
Sunset
lighthouse by Dominic Davidson, and I actually did tigers, but I'm done with that, and now I'm working on tropical Hawaii.
Yeah, same one as I'm working on right now.
Cutting edge today. Oh, good. Um. So yeah. So as far as new releases, keeping my fingers crossed they come sooner than later. Unfortunately, I can't. The tracking number that they gave me, I can't track anything. It's UPS. Go figure. They never update their system. Really drives me insane. Um, will I be adding square crystals to the paintings? Um,
Who asked you that?
Susan. Yes, if I can. Before I do that, because my ultimate goal in the beginning of doing this was to incorporate not only ABs but to incorporate crystals in the kits as well. Um, I want to check out the quality of the crystals from my manufacturer before I actually commit to that. So that's the next thing I'm going to be doing, is testing out their crystals and seeing how they are, how clear, and because the majority of the crystals that we get in our kits, like our special shape kits, those are actually just glass crystals, not true crystals. Um, but yeah, I do want to do that, but I want to test out their product first before I commit to it. Because if their crystals aren't what I would consider up to my standards, and believe me, guys, I'm really picky about stuff, I won't do it. I'll find another manufacturer that I can go through and then work with my manufacturer with the kits to incorporate them in. So yeah, that is something that I do aim to do.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen you in a long time.
Hi, Aussie girl. How are you?
First time I've seen you in a long time.
Yeah. Happy birthday again, Berta. Yeah, you know what? I think when you're working with a manufacturer and you're a diamond painter yourself, you know what people like and dislike, and you try to do the best you can to avoid the dislikes. So that's why we ended up re-rendering a lot of we re-rendered orcas. So for those of you that have had orcas or ordered the orcas, we actually re-rendered it because I went ahead and did that. And I do all of our paintings, or at least I try to. And when I did orcas, the one thing that drove me insane was some of the symbols were, when they were together, like the up arrow and the spade are two symbols that should be together because they both kind of look the same. Especially if you've been working with your painting for a while, they start to blend. Ask my sister; she was pulling. I'm surprised she's got hair left. She was doing one of the paintings, and she's like, "Oh my God, these up arrows and spades are going to kill me." So I sat down with our manufacturer and the designer, and they sent me a list of all of their symbols that they use, and they said, okay, here are the symbols that we use. Pick out 60 of them, and that's now the symbols that will be shown or be put on our kits. So, yeah. Oh, I don't like the arrow in the spade. Yeah, my sister had a hellacious time with that. So, I've been off YouTube for 2 months. I hope you're doing good, though, Ozzy. How have you been down there? Um, Lizzie, are you still around? Or did you freeze?
No, I'm here. I had it on mute because Clem was in here dabbing with me.
Oh, because I'm like, where's she?
He's gonna try to put a new head on the 3D printer to try to print out that thing he wants.
Are you in
And I got
winter
it
right now? Aussie
What?
girl, are you Aussie girl, are you in winter right now?
I think they're
I think
fall,
so.
isn't it? No, winter. They're going to summer.
They're going into spring and summer, I think.
Spring, yeah, spring and summer.
I know
I think
my
they're in spring right now.
yeah, my sister was saying that they were in the 80s again. Oh my God. Washington State is not normal to be in that high of temperatures, especially not now. And just crazy.
I don't like this symbol. It's a round circle with a line through it. I don't like that one.
So, Tammy, sis, are you still there? It was 100 today.
So.
Oh my God. Oh,
100 degrees.
no. It's been in the 80s. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe are you in Michigan? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she's in Michigan.
So Tammy, are you going to be you're starting to do the pins again, right? Because I'm telling you, she did these 2 pins, and I was like, don't post those. I want them. She's like, seriously? I'm like, yes, I want them.
Well, how is she supposed to make any money if you keep on taking the ones she's
Well, I
making?
pay for them. I buy them from her. Unless she
Okay.
makes them for me as a gift, as I'm holding my chin up on my hand and fluttering my eyelashes. But no, I do buy them from her. But she's got this blank. I think I told you about it. Maybe I didn't. But she's got
Yeah,
this
you did.
called Blood Money, guys. Oh my God, is it ever amazing? It's actual shredded dollar bills. I think some of them are $5 bills in this acrylic, and it's got red, I don't know if it's red dye, that's actually poured into it, and it's actually called blood money. It's really really cool looking, especially when it's polished. I was like, oh, I want one of those. So she's putting the new pins in the store on Saturday. Ooh. Where is it?
I like this blue. 38.45. It's very pretty. New pens going to the store. I was thinking about getting another pen, but they have to be chunky.
Yeah,
I'm in love with chunky. Chunky, chunky,
I like
chunky.
chocolate too. It's just a lot easier on me.
Chunky.
That if you oops.
I would stop using this pen I won at the retreat. I love it a lot. I remember like skinny pens. I like chunky,
In
chunky, chunky.
my favorite pen
What?
is
Facebook monumental.
my diamond.
Holy, everybody's putting their pictures now.
Oh, good.
What is yours, Tristan? 16.
Yeah, that was
And if you have more than one whip, you can put more than one whip in. You just get more than one number.
there will be
Because
chunky
some people are working on like 3. I think I started this trend of working on more than one diamond painting, honestly. Now everybody just follows me.
well, hopefully your drills get to you soon.
And Liz has slowed down.
You know what? I almost sent you the whole bloody pack.
The whole pack. I know.
I was just going to send you the whole pack because I think I took out 10.
Isn't
But
that terrible?
that's the thing. Um, when you told me about it, I thought, well, if it's just a few, no big deal. And then when you said it was what it was, I'm like, no, I'll just send you the whole pack. And then I went through it, and I'm like, there's only 10 here. That's not going. So hopefully they come soon. But Canada Post, they take their sweet ass time.
I sent mine through Canada's too, so I don't know when you guys will get it. I finally sent out the stuff from the Lizzie along too. It went out too at the same time. I'm terrible. But all my main stuff is caught up. Other than wanting to give my subscribers some stuff, the ones that subscribe to my channel,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I'm going to trickle out some of that stuff like around Christmas maybe. Just money, postage, is a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, postage,
Mailing to the United States of America.
postage has really gone up.
Even in Canada, it's gone up. Like to send
Yeah,
something in Canada.
it's gotten to
Holy
the point where
smackadoodles.
it's ridiculous how much they charge now for postage or postage. I've had enough of chunky things in my life.
Who's trying to get in the room? Oh, Marlo. Marlo's stuck in here. Marlo. Hey, baby boy. Yeah, you're my baby. I know. You're my
So maybe
baby
how's the
too.
farm going?
What?
I asked Mindy how her farm's going.
Oh. This is my other baby. I don't know who loves him. This is my other baby. Oh, look at how beautiful he is. Yeah. This is my kitty cat. Oh, now he's on top of the pillow.
Aw.
This is my Merlot. Take Merlot who wants him.
Milo the cat. And Kylo the dog. I don't know where my Kylo is. I can see Rain. She's plopped in the middle of the floor.
You must have him in the bedroom. That's my Merlot. The cat that I never wanted.
How does Marlo
Yeah.
and your bird get along?
Oh, not good.
Oh,
Merlot wants to eat him. But right now, the cage is covered, so he didn't pay any mind to him. But usually he just stares at it, and he's tried to like lunge at it a couple of times, and I yell at him. He's not usually allowed in here alone. I never leave this door open when he's around, because like I'm not around. So I never know what might happen. Marlo's the type of one that likes to chase things and bring
Yeah.
you presents and stuff.
Yeah, my dogs,
Da, da, da.
I'll let them outside to go to the bathroom, and I'm telling you, I swear their legs never touch the ground. They run into the backyard, go to the neighbor's fence and bark, and there's nobody there. It's like, what are you guys barking at? There's nothing there. But every time I let them out, that's the first thing they do. It's quite
It
annoying.
must be every dog, because Sadie does that as well. Well, Sadie and the dog next door run back and forth along the fence.
Oh,
And before, when I had Gigi and Lola here, but Tyler took Gigi and Lola to his place. And Lola used to like just grab the fence with her teeth and start shaking it. But now she's living with Tyler. Tyler took my dogs. They'll be the only babies he ever has. Dogs. So I miss Gigi though.
yeah.
He used to be my rip and chat buddy. Everybody used to love listening to him snore.
Yeah,
He's
when
getting
I'm
old.
online with my sister, her dog barks. And she's like, "Oh God, I gotta open the window." I'm like, "Oh jeez." I'm so thankful my dogs don't do that.
What, bark?
No, fart. Pass
Oh,
that.
fart.
Yeah.
Whoa, Marlo the cat has this stinky. Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty potent. Mm-mm-mm. But my dogs do in the winter time. They do bring in gifts for me, which really drives me insane. We call them poopsicles. Yes, because they have this thing that, well, we got to bring this in for mom. I'm like, really? No. So I have to eat. I have to put it in the toilet, but it's like, oh, really? No, thank you. I don't need the poopsicles.
I told you the mouse story, didn't I? I told you the mouse story, didn't I?
No,
One day I was sitting in my craft room, and Marlo comes in here with something in his mouth and it's furry, and I freaked out. And I started running to my room, and he's following me with his present. And I'm like, no. And then I woke up, Clem. I'm like, Clem, Marlo's got a mouse in his mouth. And then Clem's chasing behind him with a pot. I'm like, what are you gonna do with a pot? You're not putting a mouse in a pot. I was freaking out. But it was a garbage lid. It was a garbage lid he was chasing him with. I'm like, what the heck? So what does he do? He drops it and it goes underneath the couch. Oh my god, I was scared. Shoot. I'm like ordered poison right away on Amazon after I saw that thing. And then I
Oh,
guess the next night he found it again. He killed it downstairs in the basement. Thank God I didn't see it.
oh,
Yeah. So I know now if I get mice this winter, I'm gonna get a surprise again.
cats are wonderful for that thing, you know. They they have to bring you a gift. It's always something you don't want, but they
That's
are
the
very
problem.
proud to give it to you.
That's the problem when you live in an old house. They get in your house.
Yeah,
One thing I am terrified of them too. Like I am petrified of them. I don't even like to look. Like you know, in the store where you go where the mouse traps are and stuff. I don't even like to look at them. I don't even like to look at an empty one. That's how scared I am. It's a real phobia I have.
oh,
So needless to say, he's lucky. The cat's lucky I didn't have a heart attack with him chasing me with that damn thing. He's like, "Look, Mom, I've been good." No, get away with it from me.
that's funny that the cat was actually following you with a mouse in his mouth.
Yeah, he's like, "Come on, why aren't you like?" You couldn't understand why. I wasn't happy.
Oh my god!
No.
Don't ask Berta about the mouse story. Ooh, okay, I'm interested
Oh
now to
yeah,
find out about the
she
mouse
has a
story.
joke about it. But next time you see Berta, you'll have to ask her about her mouse.
Well, I'll tell you on when we were growing up.
She showed everybody on Mindy's live. Just look back at the dates of the treat because it's live on Mindy's channel.
Oh yeah, um,
Mm.
but we lived on a, I think it was 5 acres where we had horses, and we always kept one or two cats. My sister had a cat. Actually, it was a gray cat, but I don't remember the name. And but we kept cats because when you have a barn, you usually have mice because of the grain.
Mhm.
And one day I went. I always got up early before school to feed the horses, make sure they got out before I went to school. And I went to go put my boots on, and there was something in my boot, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And so, like, my foot wouldn't go all the way in because of what was in my boot. Now I'm like, what the heck is in my boot? So I took my foot out and I flipped my boot upside down, and what fell out was a big giant mouse. I'm like, I wanted
Oh
to.
my god, I would be like, I would freak out.
Oh, I was screaming. I pretty much woke up my mother. She wasn't very happy. But that's my mouse story.
I hope you.
How did you get in?
Susan's like, oh, mice are so cute. I feed them peanut butter, hopefully in a trap that kills them.
Yeah, true, isn't that?
They love peanut butter on traps.
Oh my gosh. I used to, when I was really little, I mean, I would say probably around 6 or 7, and my sister probably will laugh on it because I'm telling you the story, but my sisters hated snakes, and we had gardener snakes all over the place. And I
Oh
decided
yeah.
this gardener snake, and I put it in a coffee can because at that age I wasn't afraid of them. Now I will scream if I see a snake, but back then I was like, ooh, cool. I put it in this coffee can, and I waited for my sister Tammy to come out of the house. And as soon as she did, I started chasing her with this gardener snake.
Oh, that is mean.
I ended up paying for that the next day. So, but still, it's like
You
it's
got
just
you
a
got
little snake.
you got in trouble from your parents.
No, my sister's 4 years older than I am, and I mean,
Oh,
I love my sister to death. She's my best friend and confidant. I love her to death. But back when we were kids, um, we didn't get along.
yeah,
So
probably the age difference.
yeah, it was. And I remember times, and she'll probably say, "No, I didn't do that." But I remember times I'd come home from school. We were living in California at the time, and my dad had this really nice, comfortable chair. And I'd come home first, and I would be sitting in the chair. And as soon as my sister Tammy got home, who was in high school, she would look at me and say, "Get out of that chair! Get out of the chair! It's my chair!" And if I didn't get out, she'd grab me by the hair. She'll,
Oh,
I didn't do that. Yes, you did, sis. I love you to death, but you did do that. But you know, it's funny when you grow older and you become, like in your young adult lives, things start looking a little bit differently. So, like, we get along really well. I love my sister to death, and I would do anything for her, and I hope she knows that. But, what she says, she chased me all around the house. I hate snakes. Yes, I did do that. um, and then she did. She smacked me. She smacked me around for it. But that's sisterly
okay.
love.
I
What can
finished that section.
what was that?
I finished that section.
Ooh, is that the lighthouse?
No, how am I doing the lighthouse? I don't have the drills.
That no.
It's the same.
Um, that's the table
That's
with
the
the
same.
drinks.
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh,
It's
oh,
the same thing you're doing.
and that's the little umbrella because the umbrella looked kind of like the lighthouse at first because there is a lighthouse in this one.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
yeah. There is a
it's
lighthouse.
fake up there.
I'm not.
Yeah, sis, I love you to death. I hope you know that. But yeah, you did smack me around for the same thing. I don't really. That's the only really bad thing I could remember. I'm pretty sure my sister can remember a few things, but that I did. I was because I was the youngest out of all of the girls. I always watched and observed what happened to them. So when they got in trouble, I didn't do the same thing. Oh, okay. Let's see. Where
Yeah,
did
the
we
youngest
get?
always seems to learn from the oldest mistakes.
Oh yeah.
That was me too.
Oh yeah. My mother was uh, or is I should, but I mean now she's not. But she was very very strict with us girls when we were growing up, especially when we were small. And we were at my grandmother's house one day, and I know my sister's best friend was there, and I don't know what my sister said to my mom, but she didn't even look at her. She just smacked her behind her head really hard, and I'm like, damn. Whatever she said, I'm not saying that. So I've always been like that. I just kind of keep to myself and I watch. But I got in my fair share of trouble. I wasn't an angel, believe me. Let's see. Oh, the tree. That was the next one. The tree.
I never grew up with my brother. my brother and my sister Helen in the house because they're way older than me.
Oh yeah.
But my sister Yvette, I did, and we used to fight like cats and dogs to the point where my mom used to get so mad at us. My mom was always the one to discipline us.
Same here. Same here.
Never my dad.
My dad, when if he had to discipline us, it was usually pretty bad. I mean, it was bad. But my mother, she was
Mm,
the main discipliner, and yeah, some of the
well,
things
really bad.
we would have to do when we got in trouble was not very fun.
I don't know how I drew it back, so I'm just gonna do this color.
Tammy, do you remember having to pick your own twig for mom to smack your twins? I remember that. But
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh, the girl next across the road from me when she was a kid, her
yeah,
mom used to walk around with one of those twins.
yeah, yes.
Cause like she was so bad. Oh my god, that kid used to drive me nuts.
Heaven forbid you can't do that now, but geez, yeah, my mom would make us pick our own twigs, and it couldn't be a dead one. It had to be a nice, you know, one that's still half alive, so that when she smacked you with it, it didn't break. But yeah, she didn't do it often, but it was one of those things.
Ouch. My mom never. My mom used to like pulling your ears.
Oh, that no.
That was her famous one.
Did you ever get the mother's curse?
What? My mom hit me with her purse.
Curse, like did your mother
Purse.
ever say to you, just wait, one of these days you're going to have a child just like you? Because my mom used to say that to us all the time. You just wait. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then when I had two boys and they didn't get along at all, my kids did not get along. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is what the mother's curse is all about.
My mom used to say when she died, she's gonna come back and pull my hair. That hasn't happened yet.
Oh, I don't ever remember that. I just remember the twigs and I remember the belt. If we ever really got in trouble with it. Oh, have I ever told you about the Tabasco story?
No.
Oh, one time, um, I don't remember who did what, but somebody did something. I think it had to do with a half gallon of milk that was opened the wrong way or something like that. But she had all three of us girls standing in the kitchen asking who opened the container of milk wrong. Nobody would owe up to it. So she decided that she was going to put Tabasco sauce on her tongues. And
Ah,
she literally coated the Tabasco sauce on my tongue. And I ended up getting severe blisters in my mouth and my lips.
oh my gosh.
Ever since then, I won't even touch Tabasco sauce because I'm afraid my mouth will swell up again.
Did she feel bad after she did that?
I don't remember. I was in too much pain. um, I know that my dad was really upset
I know.
because
I would be. I'd be so upset if I did that to my kids. I happened.
yeah. Oh, and then my sister brings up the soap bars. If you swore in our house, My mother would give you a bar of soap and you had to eat it. And it was
Oh my gosh.
always Irish Spring. And you know what? I think I only had to do that once or twice. My sister, the middle one, Kim, she had a ton of soap bars underneath her bed that she spit out after she chewed on it for a while. But my mother took that saying literally. I'm going to wash your mouth out with soap. She would make you eat the whole bloody bar of soap. Yeah, I remember that. That was horrible. Didn't stop us from swearing though.
Dreamer, you had a nanny?
Yeah.
This
But you
is
know,
gross, but my grandma, she was mean. She used to while my parents were at work. And one time she was making me force eat an egg. Like it was like, not a full boiled egg, but the egg that you
yeah,
can dip, you know?
yeah.
And I threw it up and she made me eat it.
Oh,
I
oh,
remember that.
oh my
My
God.
grandma my grandma was so mean. My grandpa was nice, but my grandma was mean. I do
Oh
not
my.
like my grandma,
Mm-mm-mm.
but my grandpa was my favorite.
Oh, that. I'm sorry to hear about that. That grosses me out. Oh,
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
I'm like, seriously, woman, I don't need to eat this egg.
Well, my mother tried to convince us that uh,
Yeah. Wow,
she made.
dreamer. I didn't have no nanny. I only had my mean grandma.
Uh, I think we had a nanny when we were in California, but I was so young. I vaguely remember this lady that we would stay at her house while my mom was at work. I believe she was Hispanic because she would make us tortillas like a after school snack. It was so good, and I just have very slight memories of her. But you know, when we got to the point where my sister was old enough to watch us, we ended up having to be watched by my sister, and it was fun. Sorry, sis. Oh, those days were hilarious. Oh, boy. What am I doing? Oh, it's pretty sad.
What happened with the M&Ms?
All right, here we go.
What happened with the Bleh.
What was that?
Your sister says there was the M&M incident.
Oh, the M&M incident. I'm sorry, sis. I don't remember the M&M. You'd have to remind me about that one. That I don't remember. This will be interesting. I don't know. M&M. I don't know about that one. I remember my sister Kim. She'd come home from after school. I think she was in grade 10, and she decided that she was going to sneak liquor out of the liquor cabinet, and she'd
Mm-hmm.
take drinks of it and then fill it up with water.
Oh, my sister Helen did that too to my mom.
Yeah. Oh boy, did my
And
mother. Oh. Unfortunately, when you
it,
do that, you don't realize that the water separates from the alcohol. She got
Well,
so
the worst part is that my mom had company come over and she brought out the bottle and gave this person a shot from this bottle, and
yeah,
the guy's like, "This is." That's when they found out it was pretty much water.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
my sister got in so much trouble for that.
So Tammy says, when you and me got the spankings when asked about who ate the M&Ms. Oh, that's right. Okay, now I remember. She's okay. Got to remember, there's three of us. So me and my sister Tammy got accused of eating M&Ms, which we didn't eat. We got spankings for it, or probably the belt. And my sister Kim, who's the middle one, ended up being the one that ate all the M&Ms, and she didn't get spanked at all. That's usually how
Oh,
it goes. But I have to say, my sister Kim, she always got in trouble. I mean, it never seemed to fail. This girl would just get herself in trouble. And one night after a football game, and I'm sure Tammy will remember this, um, she went to a dance with her boyfriend because he was on the football team, and so I don't know where she got the alcohol, but she just got, excuse my French, shit faced drunk. I mean, she was blasted. Now, I wasn't in high school at the time, so I couldn't go to the dance, but um, the person that was like chaperoning everyone happened to be a sheriff that lived maybe three houses from us. Now, we lived out in the country, so three houses could have been a half a mile. But anyway, he was down the road from us, and he was there chaperoning the game's dance. He noticed my sister walk into the washroom and was in there for quite some time. And eventually, I don't know who he ended up sending into the washroom to see if she was okay, but needless to say, she was pretty much hugging the toilet begging for help because she was throwing up everywhere. So um, he had to get her in his car, and he drove from the dance, which was quite a ways. It was probably about maybe a good 15-20 minute drive to our house, and dropped her off. Um, and of course, my mom's like really angry because here's her daughter drunk, and she was only in grade 10. So I ended up having to share the room with my sister because we had to share. We only had three bedrooms, so me and my middle sister shared the room, and we're only like 11 months apart. So here's my sister, drunk as a skunk, smells horrible. She can't even walk. I think my stepfather had to help her in the room, and my mother had to help her get into bed. And I'm sitting there trying to sleep, and my mother basically put a big like pail in front of her bed, and she said, "If you have to throw up in the pail." And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, "Do I want to sleep in this room?" I mean, it stunk. It was so bad. So I think I got up and walked into the living room because I couldn't take the throwing up and the smell. And anyway, my mother got her up at 6 o'clock in the morning and told her, "You get up, you get your clothes on, put your boots on. You're going out to the barn, and you're going to clean every single one of those stalls. You're going to feed those horses, get them out in the pasture, clean their stalls." And I told my mom, I said, "Listen, I'll go help her." And she says, "No, you won't. You'll stay in the house." I'm like, "Okay." So I sat down on the couch. My mother didn't let us watch TV, so basically all I did was stare out the window. And I was like, I felt sorry for her in a sense because I knew that she was hurting, and she was hurting pretty bad. So around 8 o'clock, my mother starts cooking breakfast, right? And so around 8:30, she says, "Go get your sister out of the barn and tell her to come in and eat her breakfast." And all I can think of is, "Oh, that's not going to go over very well." So I walked out in the barn, and there she was. She was sobbing because she was literally half drunk, hungover, and she just felt like we would. It was horrible, and I felt really bad for her at that point. But I looked at her and I said, "Well, Mom told me to tell you to get in the house. It's time for breakfast." And she said, "I don't want to eat anything." I said, "Well, I think you better go in the house because you don't want to piss off Mom any more than she's already mad. So just get in the house and eat breakfast." So I sat down at the table and I had, she cooked my eggs like normal. Basically, it was sunny side up, but it was cooked, right?
Mhm.
She made my sister the runniest eggs possible. I mean, I don't think this egg hit that skillet more than 30 seconds. Flipped it over, put it on a plate. And then she gave her half raw bacon. And she looked at her and she said, "Eat that." And my sister, she just, her face turned ghostly white. And all I can think of is, "Oh my God, she's going to throw up." And it's like within a split second, she gets up out of the chair. She runs to the washroom. She starts throwing up again. And I remember kind of looking at my mom like, I realize that you're mad, but this is kind of taking it a few steps too far. So when she came out of the washroom, she sat down and my mom looked at her and she says, "You don't have to eat that, but you can go to bed now." And so I went ahead and finished the rest of the barn for her. She only got like one stall clean, but I was like, you had to feel sorry for her because she was struggling. But I don't think she ever got that drunk again because she was afraid she was going to have to go through that again. But I'm telling you, being the youngest one, I did not do that. No, I did not do that. That I did not do. Although,
Because you learn by your siblings' mistakes.
that's right. Oh, so Tammy said she was the one that actually went into the washroom to get her to try to sober her up before our neighbor decided to take her home. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is just no. That's the bonus of being the youngest one. You get to see what happens to the oldest ones when they get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't remember Tammy getting in trouble like that. But then again, she's like I said, she's 4 years older than me, so I don't remember.
Where's your sister now, the middle one?
She lives in, is it Silverdale, Washington? Tammy, you got in trouble. Don't kid yourself. You got
You don't
this
talk
is
to
my,
her much?
yeah. She um she lives in the peninsula side of the state. So, but she's oh gosh, Kim is like, well, I don't know about now, but Kim has always been like the super tall one in the family. Um, and she, like I said, she's always the one that got. It seemed to be always the one that got in trouble.
You're not
Uh,
close to her now?
I no, I don't really talk to her much. I think about her often, but we really don't talk too much. Uh,
Oh my
how was
God,
it?
I did it again. I did it again.
You don't like her. Yeah, true. You didn't get in trouble like she did, but you still got in trouble. Don't kid yourself. Um, I how do I put that? Kim is she's mm, it's not Kim that I mean I love her to death, but I'm not like a huge fan of her husband.
Oh.
Let's just put it that way. And I find I mean I don't even know how to put it. Her husband's the kind of guy that he will do anything and everything to make you feel bad. And I don't think he does it to be vindictive or like super nasty, but he knows that he's hurting you, and he just thinks it's funny, and it's not funny. So I don't know. That's just my observation of him. But he was in the U.S. Navy for I don't know 16, 17 years. So yeah, he's just kind of one of those people that you kind of have to take with a grain of salt because you don't know if he's kidding or not.
Hmm.
Do you have anyone in your family that's kind of like that, where you're like, "Look, I don't want to be around them"?
Hmm. I only really have my two sisters left, so
Oh,
my parents are gone and my brother passed away. So
oh no,
yeah, my brother passed away Christmas of 2017.
oh no,
Dropped dead of a heart attack.
oh my God, seriously?
Yeah, yeah, on Christmas Day. While his wife was at work, because she was the PSW, and we didn't know that she had to work that Christmas Day. It's her and my sister that work in the same spot. She's retired now, but she
Yeah.
was working there. And
Oh,
we always went for breakfast at my sister's house on Christmas Day. That was her routine. And then we'd call her my brother, but he wasn't picking up the phone. And we just thought, oh, maybe they went to go see his son and Barry.
yeah.
So we didn't think anything of it because we didn't know what they were doing that Christmas.
Oh,
But he went. It was a year that it snowed a lot, and he was snowblowing the driveway after he dropped his wife off at work, and then he never got out. He went inside for a minute, and then when it came time to pick her up, he didn't show up. So
oh,
she had to call my cousin, and he went and got her, and then that's when they found him.
oh no.
When she was yeah, and then we found out. I think I found out like at 4:30 in the afternoon or something like that.
How old was he?
He was going to be in 60th year, so not old at all.
No. Wow.
See, let's see, my me at a very old age, so I was the youngest out of all of them.
Yeah.
So when I was almost 2 years old. My brother got married, so I don't
Oh,
remember growing up with my brother.
okay.
But like my niece, his daughter, like we grew up together because I was an aunt at 2 years old.
Right.
Yeah, so I must have been just a baby, just born, or like I was a baby when they got married because
Wow.
I was an aunt by the time I was two. So yeah, he got married young. I think he was like 17 or 18 when he got married. I think
Wow.
he was 17. I think my mom had a sign for him to get married. But he was with her until same wife.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that was with my sister Kim. She has been with the same guy since they met. They got married. I believe it was 6 months after they started dating. It was really fast, but they're still together.
Well, I got married to the man I like 6 months dating him. Like Sarah and Tyler's dad. I got married at 18. I was young too.
I think I got married. Um,
Young foolish, that's what I was
yeah,
back then.
yeah. Getting married early was the thing back in the 80s. I mean, everybody wanted to get married.
I think it
And then,
was because my parents were so strict and I just wanted to move out of the house the proper way,
yeah,
you know?
oh yeah, totally get it.
And that was a mistake.
When I told my dad I was getting married to my boys' father, he was like, okay. And then about a month later, he sat me down and he goes, I just have to ask you this question. And I'm like, sure, because I think I was 18 at the time too. And he says, please tell me that you're not marrying him because you want to get out of the house. Now, my parents were divorced and remarried, so I lived with my mom. And I told him, no, I'm not marrying him because I wanted to get out of the house. Meanwhile, my little halo was tilting to the side because that's exactly what I did. Is I wanted out of
Yeah.
the house, and I convinced myself that it was going to work out, and I was with him for 14 years. But I couldn't take it anymore after
Well,
that.
you lasted longer than me because I didn't make it that long.
Well, I my fear was if I had two small kids, and I thought, how am I going to support these two kids? I couldn't work because I had I had that carpal tunnel issue, and I couldn't do my job. So I ended up feeling like I was a prisoner in my own home. So it got so bad that if anyone like, let's say my sister called me or my cousin called me, because back then long distance was a lot different than it is now. If you called long distance, you actually had to pay for it. It was quite expensive. And so I never called long distance because we couldn't afford it. So if a family member called, if he were home, he would sit there, and after 5 minutes, he would say, "Get off the phone, get off the phone, get off that phone." And I'm like, I didn't call them, they called me. But it didn't matter. It was his way of controlling me and keeping me
Yeah.
away from the outside world.
Oh, the bird is starting to think it's morning.
I can hear so I got
Sleepy
married to get
time.
out of that house. Yeah, my first marriage barely lasted a year and a half.
Oh, sleepy
Yeah, I
time.
remember that too.
Sleepy time. Had to tell him it's sleepy time. Sleepy time. Yep. Reminiscing the olden days.
Well, thing with me is that even though I had that really bad experience with my first marriage, I have two wonderful boys. I love my kids, and I definitely would not trade them for anything. They have really grown up and matured into really good guys.
Yeah, me too. I
But
love my kids.
I wish my oldest boy lived closer to me because I miss being around him. But he lives out in York. Well, he doesn't live out in York area. He lives in Mississauga.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Well, we've been trying to convince him to move out here to Winnipeg, but he hasn't done it yet.
It's darn cold out there.
I know.
I wouldn't go either.
It'd be hard on his asthma too if he were to move out here, but we're still trying to get him to move out here because we want him closer.
He's scared of the polar bear in your backyard. That's what it is.
He asked me once, he goes, "Mom, do you live in an igloo?" I'm like, "What? Come on. You don't live in igloos here." He says, "You live in Manitoba, it freezes out there."
You got polar bears out there.
And then my sister Tammy,
Have you ever
um,
seen a real polar bear?
no, my husband said that they're not white and fluffy like we assume that they are.
No, they're not.
He says they're nasty and yellow. Like, oh
Yeah,
no.
they look like they got like the snow that dogs peed in. That's what they look
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Did I ever tell you this story? Oh my god, I gotta tell you this story if you haven't heard it. My husband used to be a pilot, and he had to fly. He has to, or used to have to fly up north to like the Paw and Churchill and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was flying uh, supplies up to like really northern past Churchill. I don't remember the exact place, but he was flying up there, and the area that he was landing in was an old U.S. Naval base, but they turned it into like a landing field for these bush pilots to come in with supplies. So the runway wasn't like paved; it was gravel. And he told me, he
Mm-hmm.
says, "Yeah," he says, "I'd fly in there, and unload the supplies and then leave." He says, "But there are these old silos that were built for the fighter planes that the U.S. would have up here, I guess." And anyway, he said the silos hadn't been used for years, so he was, making an approach to land, and the tower. There was a little tower there, and some people, I guess, that were mechanics to work on planes, just for fun or whatnot. The tower warned him, "Whatever you do, don't get too close to the silos." Now, that is the worst thing you could say to my husband. That's like saying, "Yeah, please go over them," because that's exactly what he did. So he decides that he's going to check out these silos. So he slowly, moves the plane over there, and the door's wide open, so he can't actually see what's in there. But as he was approaching the silo, he said all of a sudden this big yellowish white thing comes running out. It was a polar bear. He looked at that bear and he's like, "Oh shit!" So he starts trying to get his plane back up on the runway, and as he did, he gunned it so he could take off because that polar bear was literally chasing him. And he
Oh
said
my
as he was
gosh.
going down the runway to take off, he could see all the maintenance people running into buildings and shutting doors. I'm like, "Why would you do that?" He says, "Well, I was just curious." Like, gee,
You probably got yelled at from the tower. I
the
told you
tower.
not to go there.
It's like, "We told you not to go over there." But apparently, the polar bears decided to move into the silos. So I'm like, thank God I've never been in a plane with him as far as him being the pilot, because I would probably throw up, scream, and shit my pants all at the same time, because that guy would scare me as a pilot. I mean, I don't know. Some of the crazy things he's told me about just blows me away. Let's see.
Oh,
I have not done
do you know that in Churchill they have a prison for polar bears?
No,
No.
I didn't know that. Okay. A prison.
Mm-hmm. They must
Ooh,
be bad polar bears out there.
no, thank you. Hmm. I just stay away.
I don't
Uh,
think they're nice. I think they're pretty vicious.
yeah, Rick was telling me that they're pretty nasty, and they're worse than bears when they protect their babies.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, if I can see one from away, that would be fine. But I've seen
Well,
black
they have
bears.
these buses or something that go through the ice to go see the polar bears in Manitoba. I was reading up on it.
Hmm.
I think it was for one of the DP-a-thons when I was doing Facts of Canada.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I've
They're
I
like these trucks that like they almost look like tanks, but they're like buses, and they take you out there in Churchill to see the polar bears.
yeah. That would be one thing I would not want. Has anyone? Have you ever watched Ice Road Truckers? Has anyone ever watched Ice Road Truckers? Just curious,
I've
because
watched a couple of episodes. All I know is I wouldn't drive in those conditions.
no, the reason why I bring it up
Oh,
is because they live like 5 blocks away from. Well, I should say they. The companies are 5 blocks away from where we live, so we've
really?
actually, we've actually seen a few of them. Yeah, that was one of
That
my
star in
dad's.
the show?
I
The one?
I think my husband met or seen Alex. He's one of the drivers, or was. I stopped watching it years ago, but
I don't even know if it's still on anymore.
I don't either. We watched it when it first came out, but then I kind of got bored of it. But there was a couple of
Now
times.
they have
Mm-mm.
now they have a heavy 401 discovery where it's the 401 and
Oh yeah,
in the wintertime.
and the Coca-Cola, which I would never drive in the wintertime. No, thank you. I
A
think
few
they call it
years
pilot
ago,
shell.
a few years ago, we had a really bad snowstorm here, and there was like a 40 car pileup on the 402,
Oh
and they
God,
all got everybody that was stranded on the 402 got sent to Strathroy, and they put them up at the church.
jeez.
I remember that. It was a really bad snow year.
I remember it was just before I moved to Manitoba. They had an airline crash at Toronto International Airport. That Air France, and that blocked the 40. I think it was the 401. Well, actually, it didn't block it. You just had a lot of looky loos.
Yeah, you see all those big planes going into Toronto when you drive on the 402, 401.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that day.
I hate driving through Toronto. It's like the
I do.
worst.
Toronto is like, if you've never driven Toronto before, it's like driving in a completely different world. And you better have your wits to you because these people don't care if they cut you off
No.
or, push you over on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And if you're not going their speed, heaven forbid.
I know, it's horrible. And then
It is.
the slow traffic bumper to bumper. Oh, I hate it. And like I won't do it, but I don't care. I'll pay to go on the 407 just so I don't have to deal with that traffic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The toll highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a pass to go down that at one point because I couldn't handle the amount of people and the QEW just gets way too packed. I don't know when or if they're ever going to expand that highway, but when I was living in Mississauga, it was only 2 lanes, and that's just not enough for Toronto.
Yeah.
That's
I only ride the QAW when I go to Niagara Falls.
yeah,
And we found a shortcut. If you go through Lincoln Parkway, you cut out
yeah,
half of the QAW ride, which is nice.
yeah. I tell you, I don't like the QEW. And this last time that we went to Toronto, I was literally scared to be out there on those roads because I didn't even know where I was half the time.
That's me when I'm driving. I need to know how to get to my destination or I panic.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Like the last time I went through Burlington, I remember it not being very big, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty big now.
Like to go see Rachel Ray
Uh huh.
in Toronto. I almost had a heart attack driving there.
Rachel Ray was in Toronto?
Yeah, I met her.
Really?
Yeah, she went to, it was before the pandemic hit. It was 1990, it was 19, no, it was 2019, just before 2020. And she was there in September. She had a wedding.
Oh,
So I met up with her in Toronto and we went for coffee. I drove all the way to Toronto just to meet her. And then my Sarah, Alyssa, and my niece came with me, and they went shopping.
yeah.
Then we went to the Cheesecake Factory afterwards.
Oh my
And I bought a
gosh.
cheesecake and brought it home. So we don't have Cheesecake Factory around where I live.
Mm-mm-mm.
They're
That's making
delicious.
me hungry.
What?
I said, that's
Do
making
you,
me hungry.
do you have one in Winnipeg?
No.
No, the only one around here is Toronto.
Be nice if they brought Cinnabons in. I'd love to have Cinnabon. Good night, sis.
And everybody was like on about Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A, and there's a
Oh,
Chick-fil-A in Kitchener. And I finally went to Chick-fil-A and I'm like, what's the big deal about Chick-fil-A? Like I found it overpriced and they don't have much of a selection. At least
yeah.
in Canada they don't. The only Chick-fil-A around, but the waffle fries are good. I will admit that.
Yeah.
But
I wish they would bring the Red Robin out here.
I still don't know
God,
what
I
Red
wish.
Robin is.
Oh, it's a hamburger place, a gourmet hamburger place. Oh my gosh, it would put was it Five Guys to shame. It's
Never
really,
heard
really
of it.
good.
Is it in the
Really good.
States?
Yeah, it's in the northern northwest area.
So that's probably why I've never heard of it.
But you know, the funny thing is we get the commercials for the Bloody Restaurant, and it's like, seriously, we can't go to one of those things. It'd take us 24 hours just to go to the nearest one. But yeah, they are really, really good. All right. What? So we've been on for 2.5 hours. Holy smokes. Time flies.
That's why everybody's dropping like flies.
I know, it's everyone's like, time to go.
So I'm gonna look at the calendar.
Where is, oh, that's it. That's it. I'm lost track of what I'm on. So,
September next week. Next week is the last of the lives.
yes.
I think we should do it on Friday.
Okay.
The 30th is the last day. We'll do the kickoff.
Okay, that sounds good to me. But I think it's time for us to say good night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go to bed here pretty soon.
Maybe we'll save the last giveaway for the last one.
Yes. So the giveaway
Since
will be
nobody's here.
during
Nobody's
the
here anymore.
yeah. Giveaway will be during the live.
Oh, Berta thinks she should win because she's still here. Nice one, Berta.
Um, so on the third, so do you want to do the same time, 7:30?
You're already getting a blanket for your birthday, Berta.
Mm-hmm. Did Susan leave?
So probably. It's past her bedtime. It's
Oh,
past her bedtime. It's your birthday for how many more hours? Only one
it's
more
got
hour, Berta.
let's see,
What?
9, 8.
Well, it's
Is it
probably more
like,
for her because she's in Alaska.
is it around 5 o'clock Alaska time out there, or is it later?
For what?
5 o'clock, is it? Yeah, 5 or more. What time is it for you, Bird, out there? Because like where my sister is, it's almost 8 o'clock. And I think their time zone is Alaska's got to be a little bit different time zone. It's almost 7 p.m. So yeah, they're an hour ahead of.
Holy, 7 p.m. It's freaking almost midnight here.
Yeah, in terms like it's 10 here. Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock here too. So now
It's 11 o'clock here.
we're gonna do the
And
live
tea
on your
never.
account, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do it
So
Friday because I'm going live Tuesday with my special guest.
I'm looking forward to the special guest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is the end of the bees. All right, guys, it's time for us to say goodnight to all of you. Thank you so much for coming by and joining us today. And make sure that you come and check us out on the 30th. There will be a
This is
giveaway at the
surprise.
end, and that will be a $50 gift card to the store. And yeah, hopefully by that time we will have our new releases. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
You'll have to come and find out who the special guest is. Oh, excuse me for my yawning.
So, and that's when? When are you going on with the special guest?
I think 8:30 on Tuesday.
On Tuesday,
Yeah,
3:30.
8:30.
Oh,
I
8:30.
think we're doing evening. I don't know. Haven't waxed out all the details yet.
Ah, okay.
It'll
Now
be
I
the first time. It'll be the first time this person has gone live.
Ooh,
I'm kind of
okay.
like I'm kind of like winging her in.
Now is this a YouTube creator?
Yes,
Okay,
she's fairly new. She's fairly new. But she's climbing really fast,
good. That
faster
is
than
all.
I ever climbed. Faster than I ever climbed, anyway.
Well, I'm
So
looking
maybe
forward to it. So I'll be there. I'll. No, I won't be at work at that time.
no, you'll be home.
I'll be home. Okay, guys. So with that being said, we're gonna say good night. Stay safe, guys, and we will see you on the 30th. Take care, everyone.
Dreamer says I should tell everybody. Bye.